The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Good morning. Good morning.
Very good morning.
I like your sunnies there, Ash.
Well, I just saw that you've got your sunnies on, and I thought, I'll join you with that.
Is it we're doing sunnies?
Yeah.
I can do sunnies.
Well,
When the sunnies are on, it means,
What does it
you're
mean?
feeling either, you're just not feeling your best.
Oh,
It's like putting your war paint on, isn't it? Oh, now Luttsy's got his glasses on too.
Everyone
we've
else
all got
has
the
me.
sunnies on. Now, Luttsy, why are you dressed like a businessman today? You've got like a...
No, I've got a thing up.
What-
It's got nothing to do with Nova, mate. No, I've got a committee, committee meeting.
Oh,
The
right.
weekend at
After the
Bernie's
show.
committee.
Yes. Why is that what I look like? Oh no.
Is this like a nudgy who's the most important committee?
No. That's a different committee. This is a legacy committee for around Brisbane in 2032.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh, that's an important committee.
that's a good one. Yeah.
Have they
That's some
announced
good stuff.
when we're going to find out what's going to happen?
25th of March.
25th of March is the day.
Yeah, they dropped that date on us.
And then that day, whatever they say that day, that's it.
That's when they announce all their
Yeah, but then that's it.
building.
It's
I
like
mean-
this is what's going to happen.
Well, I mean, yes, in theory, but geez,
Yeah.
we've been burnt before, haven't we?
It's a totally different
Oh,
Luttsy,
I
isn't
was
it, Mitch?
talking to people yesterday. at the Hyundai function that I was at, and
Yes.
they were saying that Victoria Park is going to be the place.
Yeah, well, there you go. I'd say that'd be your front runner at the moment, Victoria Park. I find it hard to see how they could recommend anything else, Nikki, at the moment. But stranger things have happened, haven't they? They could come out and say anything.
I like the diving, for anyone taking notes on
Go
the
on.
committee, I like the diving at Kangaroo Point Cliffs. I saw
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
that looked incredible.
That'd be unreal.
Like straight away I just went, that looks amazing. Like that'd be
That'd be
pretty
cool.
memorable.
Pretty cool. I went to the River Stage last night to watch the Cause. It's not an Irish cover band of the Calls, Nikki, as you thought it was. You've never heard of the Cause?
No, when did you say the cause?
Yeah,
We're in a group chat, and you said something about where one or something. I'm like, what is this about? You're talking gibberish.
You were going back 3 plays, yeah. Okay, well, where one's
yeah,
another thing.
I know the cause.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It looked like you didn't know the Cause from the Mitch. Am I right?
Everyone's saying you didn't know the cause.
Everyone's saying that.
Everyone's
People are saying
it.
that to me.
Yeah.
So the Cause are an Irish band. But anyway, I saw them at the River Stage last night, and I thought, geez, that big hill is like a big amphitheatre hill. Mm. I could watch a bit of sports climbing there at the Olympics, maybe.
Oh yeah?
It'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just all
I love the way you're
grass seating.
watching like an iconic music group, and you're still thinking sport.
Oh, that's pathetic, isn't it? It's bloody pathetic.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Went a bit bunda yesterday when Nikki described in no uncertain terms how she might have missed the boat with one Chris Hemsworth back in the day, 1,000,000 years ago. And I know you've got some more information on that you're going to share after the news, Nicolaitis.
Yes, Nicolitis. It's like a disease that has infected your station.
Hemsworth Part 2 or Stage 2.
Stage 2.
Yes,
Okay,
yes. I will talk about Hemsworth stage 2.
Yes.
But I tell you what, that story, they picked that up in the papers
I know.
yesterday.
You get all
which
this-
was
It's quick.
yesterday morning. I got a text from my husband saying, I'm having a tech detox today, so I'm going to, systems down.
I'm off air.
He couldn't have picked a better day to be off air.
All of a sudden, you're in the paper for denying Chris
I'm just,
Hemsworth.
I'm just having an Apple scroll while I'm hosting this thing, and all of a sudden there's me and Chris Hemsworth and what could have been.
It pops up on your screen.
Did he get in touch
horrifying.
with you, or did he stay true
No.
to his word?
Who, the husband?
He
Because
stayed
if-
true to his word. I've never been more relieved to be blocked out by my husband ever.
What a day for it to happen.
Because you were looking into that too, so you never know when something's going to work in your favour.
Yeah, but
No.
at some point he would have come off his tech detox and he would have had 42 missed calls and a courier mail alert
I've
that his
blocked
wife
him.
is. You've blocked your husband.
I blocked him on Instagram.
Okay, that's a deeper issue we need to talk about at a further time. But it did rouse interest with a lot of people around celebrity interactions and not necessarily just hookups. But
No, because that wasn't a hookup.
That wasn't a hookup. That was just a flirt or whatever it was.
Unfortunately for Chris, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Poor guy. He'll mend.
Yeah, well,
But yes.
I don't know. But anyway, because Ash always gives me rubbish about I had a chance with Katie Holmes once and didn't take it.
Yeah.
What? What?
What was it? It was in a Qantas club or something.
No, it was in a first class lounge.
There you go.
We were
I
in.
don't know what we were doing in there.
Yeah, well, Luttsy
we'd
got us
snuck in, that's
somehow or
right,
other,
yeah.
yes. But we were flying. We were in LA. I can't remember where we were going. But the only people in the first class lounge, it was me, Luttsy, Jody, my wife, and Scott. Was it?
Yeah, Scott, your brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law.
Yeah.
We were over. So we were over filming the Cadets, our DVD, and it was just the four of us and Katie Holmes, and she was sitting by herself.
Yeah.
In the first class lounge.
Yeah, and Ash could do nothing because his wife was there and his brother-in-law.
No, Jody went and ruined it for you.
You were somewhat
Ash.
hamstrung.
But Nikki, I was talking Luttsy. I was like, Luttsy, this is it. This is your moment.
I think I made an approach, but then I couldn't follow through.
You know what he did? He walked over. She was sitting right before where all the drinks and everything were.
Yeah.
And he walked over, and I was watching him going, he's going to do it. I was so proud of him. I was, go Luttsy. And he sort of started walking towards, and then he veered off, and he just went straight to the drinks cabinet.
This is at a hot. This was back in the day. This was like Tom Cruise before. This was like Dawson's Creek, maybe.
I think it was like 2000. It was 2004.
Yeah,
I
it was like
yeah.
she was at the top of her game.
Pre-Tom.
Oh, she was
Pre-Tom.
proper girl
I could've-
next door
I could have
hot then.
saved her from Scientology, the whole works.
Yes.
It would have changed her life.
Yeah.
If I just had a board of that, gin and tonic. But I didn't
No,
buy
you
it. It
didn't
was
even
free.
have to buy it. It was just there. You just had to say hello. Like he didn't even say hello.
Anyway, what did you at 13, 24, 10, by the way, if you've got celebrity interactions, I want to hear. They can be pretty crap. They don't have to be great. It doesn't have to be Katie Holmes.
Like
but
the closest that you've
the
got.
closest you've got to some sort of meaningful interaction with a celebrity. Well, you had... you had a good one
I had
on that same trip.
That was the same trip. Jennifer Tilly.
Yeah.
Jennifer Tilly. You know
Yes.
Jennifer Tilly?
Yes, I do, yeah.
We went to.
This was genuine.
Hang on, who is Jennifer Tilly?
Mitch,
For those who don't know.
Hang on, let me have a look at my IMDb. Keep talking.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a strip. My first thing is Liar Liar with Jim Carrey, but she's also the voice of in the Bride of Chucky. She's got that like you see her face, you hear her
she was
voice.
Tiffany and Chucky.
Yeah, but
She's got a really distinct voice.
Very
you
distinct.
definitely know if you saw her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what happened, Ash?
Well, no, we were interviewing her, and it was like $10,000 event ticket to get into. We were just sort of on the red carpet, and I can't remember. She just said I was really good looking or something.
No,
and
she was genuinely flirting with Ashley, like hello, and like it was like it could, in different circumstances it could have been on. I'd go as far as saying that, and I'm not exaggerating there. Like she was genuinely into you.
Yeah. So that's as close as I reckon I've got.
Is this pre-Jody? PJ?
No,
she was standing next
Jody
to him.
was standing right next to me at the time.
Oh, bloody Jody.
I mean, she was there the whole time. Yeah, but anyway, so
Yeah, that was a good flex in front of Jody.
it was a good flex.
It was a nice
That was a good flex.
Calls come through 13 24 10. Near miss celebrity interactions.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
You've lit the phones up, Luttsy. Everyone wants to ring in and tell us about
Righto. Excellent.
their near misses with celebrities. Mm-hmm. Margaret at Ipswich.
Yes, hello.
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 What happened? Who'd you nearly crack onto?
Oh, Nico Hines.
Oh, really?
What, Nico Hines?
Yes.
So he said?
Yeah.
Because he always interacts really well with the media.
Yep.
I love his eyes and his hair.
Yeah, there's something about him. It's just, I don't know. It looks like he's a beautiful looking man, but there's also a little bit of 8 Mile about him, isn't there? I think it's the teeth.
Yeah, there is, but that's what might be what it is.
That's what does it for you. That's
She
what
likes
puts
it a little
that's
bit
what
rough
puts him
and
over the
ready.
edge for her.
And where'd you meet him? It's not just your celebrity crush here.
Yeah,
Have you had an
yeah.
interaction?
No, I didn't. I actually missed out on meeting him. I was at the airport, at Brisbane Airport, and I was sitting down. I'd only gone somewhere just for the day, and he stopped just in front of me about 2 feet away, and other people were coming up to him with their cameras saying, can I have a photo? And he, of course, said yes. And I thought, I've got to get my camera out of my bag, and I'm rummaging through my bag, and in rummaging through the bag to get the camera, I dropped it all over the ground. He turned around to look up what the noise was, and I was so embarrassed. I felt like a besotted little school kid.
Oh, that's almost as piss weak as my Katie Holmes
you
interaction.
stood
Who else we got? I can't see. What do you got there, Mitchie?
Back out of Cooperoo. Who'd we see?
Oh, hey, it's Beck.
Yeah, Beck, what do you got? Come on.
Vinnie Jones.
Vinnie Jones, the English actor.
It's like former football player and like
Former soccer player.
hard man in the Guy Ritchie
Yeah.
films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
At some height of his lock stock, I was at a Dover Street wine bar in London at a work Christmas party, and he was there with friends.
Yes.
And I nearly chickened out that I hit the dance floor and he ended up twirling me. So,
And that was lock, stock, and two
my
smoke.
highlight.
Lock, stock. It was the peak of his powers then.
Did you drag him up to the dance floor? Did you go over and say, let's go?
No, he was on the dance floor, but I made sure I shimmied up.
Right.
I was going to say that's what you do. You shimmy in.
Did you
Good
back it up on him
move,
back?
Done some dry humping.
She twerked her way across the room into Vinnie Jones's crotch.
Well, at least she didn't wuss out.
Yeah, that's
Like,
good. That's
she
the best
went
we've
there.
had so far.
I respect that. Cherie out of Newport. Yep, who was it?
Yes, hi. I'm the infamous mystery lady that gave my Dolphins hat to Drew Barrymore. I met her at her before party. I was all over the media and apparently radio stations, but no one actually called me. And I met her at the before party, at her VIP before party.
Yeah.
I was staying in the hotel as well. But that day, her and her daughters were there and her entourage. I went to the toilet downstairs and near the restaurant there and bar, and then she came in with her daughters, but I was coming out the door and she hit me with the door and she grabbed hold of me, and that was my first interaction with her. And then I already had planned to give her my Dolphins members hat
The obvious thing to do.
at the party. And when I met her there, I said, look, if you wear this when you're walking around the Queen Street Mall or whatever, or at the airport, you'll be just like everyone else, because this is our Dolphins rugby league team. I didn't bring up the Broncos because I don't like the Broncos.
Oh, okay.
And anyway, she said, oh, well, okay, no worries, thank you.
And did she wear it?
She wore it at the airport.
Oh, we got a photo of her.
Got a photo of her with the Dolphins hat on.
That's right. It was in the papers and everything, and yeah.
So that was you.
I also gave her a pair of lovely, colourful earrings,
Okay,
and she wore them. She's worn them on the show as well.
It's getting a little bit creepy now, but keep going. I like what you've done. That's our best interaction so far. We got one more.
And Sam out of Wallow Point.
Yeah, guys, love the show. Hey, I was up in Port Douglas with the missus on holidays, and we're in that Ironbark bar watching the cane toad races.
Yes.
Had a couple of beers.
As you do.
As you do up there. And I'm looking over and I'm thinking, do you know that bloke? And he was looking over at me, and I'm like, he must know me as well, you know. A few hours went by, and I said, I'm going to go and talk to him. She said, don't be an idiot. And I'm like, no, I'm going to. Anyway, on the way out, I said, oh, sorry to keep looking at you like a weirdo. Do I know you? And he goes, yeah, I'm Tom Hanks. I was like, what?
Oh, when he was filming Elvis, was it?
It was Tom Hanks. Yeah.
Well, did you think he was an old school buddy you'd just forgotten?
I thought that's someone I've met at work or something like that. No, and Tom Hanks.
But that's what happens. That's what happens. Everyone thinks they know the celebrity and they're staring. Like, I know when people are trying to work me out. Like, I'm the level of fame where when I go to a restaurant, I'm famous enough that the waiter's looking at me funny when they're taking my order, but not famous enough that they know my name, and they always forget to bring out my meal.
So they don't actually take the order. It's just like, oh.
Yeah, so because they're too busy
like a
staring at
theme
me. I know
park.
when it's going to happen, and then the meal never comes out.
Oh, that's annoying. Yeah. Imagine Tom Hanks, the poor bugger. Well, that was good. There were some good ones.
That was
surprised me,
great.
yes.
Beck with Vinnie Jones, that's a proper move. She
Backing
went
it
for
up.
it.
Back up,
Vinny.
Beck.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
I'm coming in half-cocked here, but I was aroused. My interests were aroused and roused yesterday by that drone which flew into Drake's penthouse. Was that in Sydney or Melbourne? Did you see that?
No.
I saw
anyone?
Yeah, I saw it briefly this morning on the Today Show. It was
What
like
I missed?
Yeah, like
Shit, now I'm thinking I've watched something, but I've had discussions with people about it and showing people, unless it's some deep AI fake thing. Like he was up, it looked like he was staying in Barangaroo, whatever it is. I think it must have been Sydney. And I'm speaking in half truths here, but he was a drone flew up into like the very, very top level of that super high rise. And it seemed to make a point the fact he was gambling on his laptop, and then he runs out and throws what looks like a crock at the drone, and then it sort of flies off.
And it actually goes into the unit.
Into the unit, and then it flies away from what looks to be, is that Barangaroo? you know, that
Yeah, that's
Crown
that new casino or
thing
whatever.
in Sydney.
Yeah.
And then and all of a sudden it's out in the middle of, a million miles away from the high rise. But a dead set flies into like a semi-open area of the penthouse and almost looks at what's on his laptop screen. And then he runs out and throws a shoe at it.
A croc of all things.
It looks like a croc, and it was a horrible throw.
Oh, it's a horrible shoe.
Yeah.
He had an orange croc just standing by.
That's pretty messed up, though.
Oh, that's what are the rules and regulations around that?
Well, I'm pretty sure you can't do that, but I don't know. Back in the day, you had to have special licenses. I remember when we went to Kokoda and Lee Carlson on it was actually, and he said, you had to have all the
but
physical training,
and blah blah blah.
Wasn't that in like 2015?
That was a long
that was
time
10. Holy hell, that was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Nobody had drones back then.
No.
And they were super expensive. Like 10 years on,
I'm sure
every
you
man
can't
and his
just-
dog has got a drone.
Yeah. I don't know the legalities of it, but I can see why Drake would have been pissed off.
I saw one the other day sitting out on the balcony in Brisbane here, and it just came along our apartment, and it stopped. It stopped when it saw me.
Yeah.
And I sat there looking at it for a bit, and then it just sort of moved on. But it was effectively doing a drive-by of everybody's balcony and looking into their apartments.
Well, that's what I realised. In my apartments, they're selling one of the units, and I went on real estate or whatever to have a look, and there's a drone shot in it, but it's literally on the corner of the apartments where my apartment is. You can see everything. I had to check that I wasn't lying on the bed because it looked like it was taken during the day. Usually I go home and just chill out. Like I could have been, could have been anything going on in there. I could have been nude. Yeah. You can see everything in my apartment.
Yeah.
From this drone shot.
What would that do to the real estate prices, you reckon, though?
Well, it depends on your buyer, Mitch.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Experience boutique luxury accommodation, exceptional dining and exquisite events at Emporium Hotel South Bank, Brisbane's cultural epicentre.
The only way to farewell summer. Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne's end of summer party.
I'm chasing paradise with you.
It's a week today, is it?
1 week away.
Yeah.
And I picked hair and makeup for it because I've forgotten that one of the prime things that they had in the Slim Aaron's era is they had big hair.
Yeah, of course.
We've been failing to tell all the women big hair.
That's good because you had big hair for the
So,
photo
yeah.
shoot.
I did.
Could you rock
And
a
also,
hat? Do they
as
wear
I say,
hats?
the bigger the hair,
Yeah.
yeah, they wore hats, scarves, but big hair. That was definitely a thing.
Okay. All right.
So,
Definitely.
yeah, ladies,
Okay, that's cool.
the bigger
Good
the
advice.
hair, the smaller the hips.
That's it. Is it? I don't know. I'm just agreeing with you. I don't know.
Harry,
Yeah, you cannot comment.
Yeah, okay. I didn't.
what's going on, Harry?
Hey, good.
You're coming along, my friend. You
Magnificent.
and someone
Thank you.
else.
You and a friend. Unreal. So this is interesting. I feel like most of our callers have been of the female variety so
Ladies
far.
are keen to come.
So what are you thinking, Harry? What as far as dress? Like, what are you going to wear? What are you thinking? Where are your thoughts at?
Honestly, I never win a single thing in my life, so
This is
I've
new
got to work.
territory.
I've really got to work out, but I've got to sort of get after work today. Really think
Yeah.
about what I'm going to do.
Set some time aside.
And you got to work out who to bring too, because you're meant to bring friends, aren't you? Is that the situation?
Yeah, you can bring a friend.
I
You
think
can bring
my
a friend. Do you know who you're going to bring?
I'd really like to say one of my friends, but I think my girlfriend would be really disappointed, so I'd probably bring her as well.
Okay, fair enough, mate.
Yeah, good play. And you can't shag your mates, can you?
Not that attitude, you can't.
Definitely not. I don't think that either.
Are you coming along, Harry?
Thank you very much.
Hopefully the big hair advice helps you out. Experience boutique luxury accommodation,
And the shagging.
exceptional dining, and the shagging. And exquisite events at Emporium Hotel, South Bank, Brisbane's cultural epicentre.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
The very funny Ursula Carlson is coming back to Brisbane. This will be at the Convention and Exhibition Centre,
Oh, yeah.
August 1 and 2 this year. Tickets are on sale now from livenation.com.au. But we've got her on the phone to have a bit of a chat. Hello, Ursula. How are you? Remember last time you came in here and we made you walk up all those steps because our lift was broken?
I know. I'm still getting a hot flush thinking about it.
Yeah, that was not a good time for any of us, I can assure you.
No, I could tell the morale was real low.
Oh, yeah.
You should have been cooking some mess in those offices. People would have been flying up those stairs.
Congrats on this film, Kind of Pregnant.
Yeah, it's amazing.
For the record, I was not kind of pregnant. That would have been kind of weird.
How did that happen? Was that because of your Netflix is a joke connection, or did Schumer the big dog come to you herself?
I mean, she came to me herself, but because she saw me on Netflix, she saw my special in 2020, Overqualified Loser, and then, she's only human. She kind of fell in love a little bit, I guess. And then she just slid into my DMs going, "Hi, I'm making a movie with Adam Sandler. Do you want to come and be in it?" And I was like, you know what? I do a lot of things, but I don't play hard to get. So I said, yes, I do want to be in that movie. And that was that.
When she did drop into your DMs, was there a part of you thinking, is this for real?
No, I knew it was legit because her and I had spoken before. But she just said, "Can you act?" And then send me a phone number, which, that's next level. If someone gives you their phone number, she goes, "Give me a call." And it was 3:00 in the morning, and I thought, do I wait for my manager in Byron Bay to wake up, or do I just call her? And I thought, I'm just going to call her. By the time my manager woke up in Australia, I'd already got the part.
Oh, what about that? It wouldn't have stopped him taking his 15%.
Yeah, I bet you he gets his cut still.
Yeah.
She's still going to cut everything out of that she can, possibly. But no, I'm like, you know what? This is one of those things that I need to handle myself.
So does all this newfound global fame impact your stand-up?
I mean, everything is just so that, whatever I do is to push people to my stand-up shows, because that's my number one love. Like movies, TV, everything is edited to within an inch of its life. Whereas stand-up, it's just me, and it's so pure, and it's just me and the audience. And if you go, oh, this isn't landing, then I can change it. Yeah. Whereas with a movie, you go, well, I've got to wait 9 months. It's like, you're waiting for a baby, and then you see what the editors have done with it. Like, we filmed the whole scene at James Carousel in Brooklyn, and I thought it was so funny. I thought it was the funniest part of the movie. It's not in the movie at all.
Is that right?
I know, it breaks your heart, doesn't it? That's partly why I wanted to get into breakfast radio, was because they can't edit you. But it's just breakfast radio isn't funny.
But just not ours.
Yeah.
Talk us through the Convention Exhibition Centre. It's a large arena.
I mean, this is I think my 4th year that I'm doing it there, and because I put up big screens, because a lot of the stuff in stand-up is facial expressions and delivery. And what I like about the Convention Centre is there's room for people who don't do well in crowds, and they can go sit in these rooms and just one-on-one watch it on a monitor.
Plus, there's a slight delay on the screen. I did an MC gig where they had big screens the other day, and you can turn around quickly and see your face before your face turns.
Yeah. I like to do that. And
you know what I mean?
I sort of delay, there's always a little bit of a boob flash. I like to just flash a bit of boob.
Catch your own boob flash.
And catch your own titty.
Yeah, and then I turn around so I don't see their faces when they see it.
Did you say Luttsy likes to look around and catch her own titty?
Catch a little titty.
Yeah, I was like, oh, hey, girl.
I'm buying my ticket now. Live Nation.
How can you not go?
It's always really, it's a bit of a backflip almost, because you don't want to step on your titty.
You don't say. Ursula Castles, you don't say, is coming to Brisbane
great.
Convention and Exhibition Centre August 1 and 2, but the tickets are on sale now, and you get them from livenation.com.au.
Can't wait.
Always great to talk to you. Congratulations on the success of the Amy Schumer film,
Massive.
Kind of Pregnant. It's on Netflix right at the moment, and we'll catch you when you arrive in Brisbane later this year.
And we'll be in the sensory room.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
I'm smarter than... I'm smarter than who?
The Brighton Answer Deal is here, with one lucky person winning $100,000 off the price of their new home every month. Drop into your nearest Brighton display home today.
All right, Reese out of Springwood. Reese, you're a nurse, are you?
Good morning. Yes, I am.
We're the nursiest show in Brisbane.
We are indeed.
And we have been for decades.
Have you heard of Erewhon, by the way? I'm getting some
blowback.
Feeling like I'm the only one that's talking about it.
You've never heard of Erewhon, have you, Reese?
No, nothing.
No. She doesn't know what we're talking
It's
about.
a juggernaut.
I'm still half asleep. I only just finished work at midnight. So
Oh,
I've
you're
only
shift
had a couple
working.
hours sleep.
Mitch's wife is a nurse. Mm-hmm. And Luttsy's mum was a nurse.
Yeah.
So, look, even...
Yeah, I'm 27 and my twin is also a nurse.
Really?
So,
At the same place?
no, we're not allowed to work at the same centres. Separate, same company, different centres.
That'd freak the patients out, wouldn't they?
Actually, we still look alike in some ways.
Why can't you work together?
Yeah.
It's just a thing that we used to be able to, and we did for like a year, but then they just decided that family aren't allowed to work together at the same centre. I don't know why.
That's
I
weird.
think I want to kill her if I worked with her, though.
Yeah.
I live with her, so.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, really?
right,
You're
yeah.
very close.
That might be
I was
why.
never allowed to be in the same class as Luke
Really?
growing up. I don't know if they still have twins in the same... Yeah, I don't know what that was.
We used to switch classes in primary
Yeah,
school.
we did that too. I switched RE, religious education, once with Luke. And then,
You were very religious.
and then I put Luke, in inverted commas, in detention. Mr. Stoney had put me on detention thinking it was Luke. And the bastard did the exact same thing in my class. I sat there, because Friday assembly, they'd call out all the names for the kids that are on detention. And I sat there just watching Luke, waiting for his name to be called out. And then my name got called out first.
I hated school, but that's okay.
All right, well, let's see. It says, okay, let's just rip into it, Reese. Good luck.
Thank you.
30 seconds on the clock, and your time starts now. A seismograph is used to measure the intensity of what?
Pass.
Who is the oldest Jonas brother?
Nick.
The word bovine refers to what animal?
Cat.
Oslo is the capital of which European country?
Greece.
What is 11 times 12?
132.
Stop the clock. Stop the clock.
Yeah, that's all right. Stopped it. Did I
I'm not the smartest.
No, you're all right.
Talk
Hey.
yourself down,
Don't you
Reece.
talk yourself down on this program.
All right.
Hope it's not cat.
Well,
Changed some of my eating experiences over the...
Let's hope Nikki's not feeling too crash hot today.
Yes, I'm just looking at her now. She's looking there in a space. I think she's a little bit nervous.
She had a big MC gig last night, so, I don't think she got to bed till late, so we'll see.
Oh, geez, she's tired. That's
Yeah,
good.
She's not feeling 100%, she said. Yeah.
Let's bring in the gimp.
Bring in the game.
oh, there we go.
Oh, short and
Nice
sweet.
and
What was
short.
what was that? It was like a...
That's from Lane.
Wait, is it the Gimp song done?
That's
Yeah,
it.
it was a quick one. It was like almost like
Oh.
a Buddhist chant.
Oh.
Sorry to Buddhists out there.
And dragging them into it.
Can
They'll
you-
do much more beautiful gimps.
Can you play that again? That's
No, I can't.
No,
No,
You're just on
refreshes.
rotation.
Yeah.
All right, Nikki, let's go.
Yes.
30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. A seismic...
Whoop, excuse me.
Wait.
Start again.
I clicked the wrong one. I'm so
Start
sorry.
again.
Mitch, you
That's starting
prematurely
it off
evaluated.
That's starting it off horribly.
Premature evaluation.
Oh, no.
Clean the mechanism. Clear the mechanism. We start again, guys.
All right, are we ready?
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. A seismograph is used to measure the intensity of what?
Earthquake?
Who is the oldest Jonas brother?
Oh, Nick or Joe. I'm going to say Nick.
The word bovine refers to what animal?
Monkey?
Oslo is the capital of which European country?
Austria?
What is 11 times 12?
133?
Stop the clock. Oh, no. Hold it, double two,
Oh,
Coney.
a double Tuco.
I'm trying to think where the hell Oslo is.
Yeah, I know. I had this. He demoed me earlier, and I had a bit of trouble, even though I've been
Hang on,
there.
who am I against? Who's on the line?
You're up
it's
against
Reece.
Nurse Reese. Nurse
Female.
Reese.
Hi, Nikki.
Hi, Reese. How'd you go?
Well, you'll find
Oh,
out.
look, I finished work at midnight. I'm so tired, but I said hopefully you were sleepy too.
I was very sleepy.
She's very sleepy.
I still don't know where Oslo is.
Yeah. Well, we're
I
about,
got nothing.
you're about to find out.
Oh, jeez.
Have we had our Tucos?
Yes, we have.
We have. Okay. A seismograph is used to measure the intensity of what?
Fart.
Reese, you didn't get that. Nikki, you said
Earthquake.
Earthquakes is correct.
Thank God.
It's 1-0, Nikki.
That just made sense because I wasn't going to say, appendage size.
Seismograph.
They've even given me an instrument of what the seismograph what it looks like. What it works like.
I only knew that because my son did a project last year. They had to build something that, withstood a fake earthquake.
Yeah, right.
So they had what is that? A seismograph. They had it.
It's great. We understand.
I got it.
You were going on about your Hailey Bieber earlier. Shush.
Bubble Boy.
Try
it.
Nikki
Try it,
brings
guys.
that out. 1-0. 1-0, Nikki, who was the oldest Jonas brother. Nikki, you were deliberating between Joe and Nick.
Yeah.
You ended up saying Nick, and Reese, you said Nick as well. Nick is the youngest of the Jonas brothers. Nick is 32 years of age. Joe is 35, but it's Kevin who's 37.
We always forget about Kevin.
There's another one?
Yeah, Kevin.
It's like
But they didn't marry
He's like the
Bollywood
brother in the
actresses.
cause.
It's like the brother in the
Yeah.
cause, exactly.
It's 1-0.
There's definitely a third.
Nikki, the third question, the word bovine refers to what animal? Nikki
God.
said, what did you say?
Monkey.
Monkey, which obviously isn't right.
No, that's not right. And Reese said cat, and that's not right either.
What is a bovine? When you were starting that question, I'm like, alcohol.
No, a bovine I think of restaurants, bovine restaurants.
Oh.
It's cow. The cow's bovine. So it is
All that
1-0,
time I've
Nikki.
spent on properties.
I know,
Should have
right?
known.
Do yourself a farm. He obviously went on farm and wants a wife.
The only thing I've ever done on an outback property is castrate a bull.
Okay.
Anyway.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm interested
Moving
to
on.
hear about that, actually, how you did that. Oslo is the capital of which European country? Reese,
God.
you said... Or someone said Greece. Someone said something else. You're both wrong. Someone said Austria. Someone said Greece.
Yeah.
Norway.
Of course.
It's Norway, okay? And
It's a tough one to get in the heat of battle.
I just feel like Reese and I, we're on par today.
Yeah.
it's...
I'm so
jeez.
dumb.
Oh, come on. Stop it. It's 1-0, Nikki. Final question, 11 times 12. Nikki said it's 133. That's wrong. Reese said 132. That's right. That means it's a 1-all draw. Over to Mitchell James for the times.
Reese had 1 second. Nikki, you had 2 seconds.
I feel bad for Reese because, you should have won anyway because I was so
That was
crap.
so close.
It was a 1-all draw, beaten by a second. But not disgraced and not pants either.
Wow, I'm just glad your husband's still on tech time, Nikki. Otherwise, he would have called you both dumb on that occasion, wouldn't he?
But look, we're good gals. We're
I'm
still
not
having
saying
fun, aren't we,
that's
Reese?
Not my words. That's your husband's words. I've got a. What are you into? What are you into, Reese?
What am I into?
Music-wise, I've got a Keith Urban double pass, but I don't know if you're a Keith Urban fan. I don't want to give it to someone who's not specifically.
Yeah, I'm not a Keith
Okay,
Urban
that's all right.
fan.
I've got a $250 Warisan voucher now. This is awesome. You can basically travel to Bali without a flight with Homestyle Indonesian Eats. It's arrived in the valley. It's open Tuesday to Sunday, lunch and dinner. It's amazing.
Beautiful.
It's absolutely amazing. You'll love that there. So enjoy
Thank
that.
you.
That's a good prize.
a good prize.
That's a
Thank
nice
you
thing
so
to do.
much.
Okay, cheers. Keep
Reese has been
nursing.
my favourite.
Well, Reese has got me thinking about twins. Like I often wonder whether I exploited it enough. Having an identical twin.
Yeah.
Like that was pretty much the limit of it for me. Was that school one where we swapped classes like a couple of times. But there's got to be some clangers out there. Like if any twins listening now have done something cool, you know what I mean?
Yeah, really messed around.
Yeah, when you're at school, whatever it is, like I'd like to hear about it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There was that thing where the guy prank proposed to his twins' girlfriend.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Just like that.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Because Luke used to get the hot chicks. I remember you always said.
Yeah.
Yeah, all your hot chicks.
Yeah, all his, basically.
Yeah, he did too.
He did, yeah.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Ash, we were just talking to Reese, who's a twin, playing Smarter Than Who. Said they got up to some shenanigans. You reckon you didn't take full advantage of it growing up?
I don't reckon full advantage with the benefit of hindsight. We've switched classes a couple of times. That was about it. Now, Jane out of North Lakes, you've got identical twins, do you?
I do, and they're a bit young to be. Well, they're only 9, so they're a bit young to be calling and telling the story. So I'm doing it on their behalf.
Well, what have they got going on?
Yeah, so we went back to New Zealand for a holiday to visit my family, and we went through passport control, and I thought to myself, I'm going to see, how, because they're fairly identical to me. I can tell the difference. It's probably useful, with your experience, but yeah, so we went through and I thought, I'm going to swap these passports around. I said to them, let's give it a go.
Yeah.
And they said, no, we don't want to do this. Yeah. And I did it anyway. So I put the first one through and I put the other one's passport. He went through fine, did the other one, put the other one passport through. So, yeah, it was pretty interesting.
Oh, so they both just got put straight through, did they?
They both put straight through, yeah. And
But is that facial recognition?
Yeah, that was facial recognition. But
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder with their phones, with the facial recognition on their phones, like have they got phones?
No, not yet. Yeah, that would be.
Like that facial recognition won't work like between Luke and I now, but we're older and, he's got a heap chubbier face than me. But, but I wonder if on the young kids whether Apple, whether it'd open up the phone.
Well, you'd think if it works in passport control, that the same technology would be used on your phone, but it'd be interesting to see.
And do you reckon, Jane, this is another question I always have for my mum, like through the mayhem of having, young kids, like when your twins were, toddlers, were infants, they're just, just lying there. And before you truly got to know them,
what are you going to say?
Do you reckon that it's possible that you could mix them up? This one's Emma, this one's Amy, or whatever it might be.
Oh, I was really worried about that. And in the first week, I actually painted one of them's toenails, or one of the toenails, just to make sure that I knew the right one. And then
just
luckily, after about 2 weeks, Caden, who's the one that I painted his toenail, he actually developed a birthmark on his knee. So that was fantastic. From then on,
thank God for that.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Now, we were talking about Hemsworth yesterday, which then ended up in the papers, and how, what could have been if my husband hadn't rudely interrupted our conversation. It's very sliding doors, isn't it?
I mean, it was a bit rude. I mean, I know he is your husband, but it's a bit rude. I mean, there's a part that you could have just gone, can you just give me 10 minutes here just to see where it goes?
I think if it was post-Thor era, when he's actually Thor, I reckon he would have given me the time, because he would have gone, there's an opportunity here.
Where was he at that stage in his career? I just finished Home and Away and was going over to LA, so nothing really of international.
No, I think there was lots of interest, and he got a good agent, but it might have been he might have already had Kenneth Branagh on the line to do Thor. But anyway, it didn't all die that night. We did exchange Facebook friend requests. That was back when it was private Facebook days, when you could only have 5,000 people. There was no public pages yet. And so, we just became friends on Facebook. And we hadn't really interacted or anything. And then there was trouble in the press between Liam and Miley.
Yes.
This is because we're talking about Wrecking Ball, how that's winning Throwback Throwdown at the moment. And, it was in the press that there was trouble in paradise. And then Chris posted on his private page, he said, there's nothing worse than watching someone you love make the same mistakes over and over.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
And I said, because I'm an idiot.
Oh, no. What did you say?
I wrote Ebola. I reckon Ebola's worse.
Oh, there's nothing worse. Gotcha.
Right.
So you did the perspective chat to him.
I did the perspective chat, and because there was an Ebola breakout in Africa at
So
the
it
time.
was topical.
I thought I was being funny.
That's
I
funny.
wasn't funny. No,
What happened?
he,
What was the reaction?
he blocked me.
Oh, you got.
I got unfriended.
Well, I mean, if you're firing your shot and you're saying something funny, that's either he could fall in love with you at that moment. So you go, well, in a moment of darkness for the family, you brought some light with an Ebola gag. But he went the other way and went, no, Nikki, no.
How rude.
Nikki, no.
Yeah, insensitive.
Insensitive, blocked.
Oh.
It probably was a little insensitive, but that's
You fired
the
your
life
shot,
of
though.
a
You fired your
comedian.
shot.
Yeah, you got to tip your hat because you had to go.
This is why comedians end up, miserable and alone, because they go for the joke
Because they
instead of
fire their
the
shot.
considerate response.
Instead of I agree, Chris.
Yeah.
I wish the best for you and your lesser known brothers.
I'm
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Throwback Throwdown.
Yes. Well, unfortunately, got to deal the tough blows here straight up.
No, I don't even know if
Armin van Buren. This is what it feels like.
It feels horrible. It's going fast.
Doesn't feels like 12%, unfortunately, in fourth position.
You're in a rut.
I know. I've got to pick myself. I've got to change my whole strategy
Yeah.
around this.
just think to yourself, what would Ash do?
Well, he'd take
'Cause Ash just-
low-hanging fruit is the answer there, Nikki.
Yeah, so just get in before Ash.
Yeah, I know.
I left it wide open.
But I didn't-
I left it wide open.
Wrecking Ball I
yesterday.
didn't have any personal sort of connection with. And
Well, that's where you're making the mistake. You've got to distance yourself from the songs. You can't say, what's my favourite? You've got to say, who would the most amount of people
The
vote
fact,
for?
the fact is, the song gets judged on the song.
I get it, but I mean,
you told a great story. You're in the nightclub in Vegas.
That's what they.
You were on it with the DJ
In the meeting, that's what the whole bloody
Yeah,
thing
but
was about.
We're going for personal connections.
Personal connection,
You know?
was it not?
But the people,
Look at them all nodding.
but the people, look, the people appreciate the story, but they don't want to sit through the song.
Didn't want to sit through this one either for mine. Bastille Pompa. I did steal a percent off one of our top two. I jumped to 19% with this, but doesn't help. Doesn't get me the Tratina trophy, which goes away. Off Nikki, Imagine Dragons, Radioactive, 28%.
I'm proud of myself for picking this one. It's not their best song, but it is still a banger.
It's still a bang. And if Tracina's, in a good mood, sometimes she goes in a diva mode with all that Big Brother stuff and everything, but if she's in a good mood, she'll play it after 9.
This one is getting to play right now, the 2013 winner. Well, we'll play it here.
Yeah, come on. What are you
Miley Cyrus, Wrecking Ball with a monster 42%.
come on!
Spoken.
We clawed, we chained our hearts in vain. We jumped.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Experience boutique luxury accommodation, exceptional dining, and exquisite events at Emporium Hotel South Bank, Brisbane's cultural epicentre.
The only way to farewell summer. Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne's end of summer party.
I'm chasing paradise with you.
Caitlin, Wynnum West.
Hello, how you going?
You're coming along. You've just scored yourself an invite to our end of summer party, which is on this time next week.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much.
Woot, woot. Now, do you know what you're going to
Woohoo.
wear, Caitlin?
Oh, good question. I think I'll have to duck to the shops and get something special.
Oh, said no woman ever with any sense of regret or remorse. Yeah, you go hit those shops, Caitlin. And
Yes,
who are you going to bring
exactly.
along? Who's
I'll
going to be
have to bring the husband and a couple of our besties.
Oh, you've got a crew already.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Oh, she's ready. You're party ready.
That's right. Got to have a team ready to go.
It says here that your hall pass or whatever celebrity, your favourite celebrity is Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, yeah,
he
why
hasn't
not?
taken a dip for you through this whole Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni
No,
situation.
believe it or not. No, it hasn't.
If
hasn't
anything-
come into the DM.
If anything, the probability of you actually being able to hook up with him is going up.
Yeah,
Is
absolutely.
he actually?
Yeah,
Well, just, he's working very hard to control
Oh,
his
yes.
press at the moment. He's aligning himself
Yes,
with
he
every
is. Yes.
squeaky clean possible celebrity possible.
That's
Possible.
right, yeah, that's it. No, he would be lots of fun to have there, so yeah, why not?
It'd be a lot of fun. Anyway,
I'd
will
go
you come
Ryan.
along? Yeah. You would? You'd what?
Nothing.
Aren't you in enough trouble? Aren't you in enough trouble as it is?
No, because I married Jeremy because he looks like Ryan Reynolds. He used to look so much like Ryan
Jeremy
Reynolds.
doesn't look like Ryan Reynolds.
Not anymore, but he did in the day.
Oh. Well,
And I
he's
was
got
like,
a bit of Hugh
oh.
Grant about him. I thought he had a little bit of Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant more than Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, there is a lot of that going on. Yeah. He's listening right now.
Oh,
so,
great.
yeah.
Excellent. Shout out, Jeremy.
Experience boutique luxury accommodation, exceptional dining and exquisite events at Emporium Hotel South Bank, Brisbane's cultural epicentre. We are there in 7 days. Jump on board the Nova Player app, register your details, and we could be calling you back tomorrow. Invites to our end of summer party.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Now, as I've been telling you boys, that I hosted the Hyundai conference for the last 2 days.
Yes, indeed.
Now, I've also been complaining about mouth ulcer / abscess / I don't know what the hell's going on in my mouth at the moment. But I was chatting to Buzz the other day. I said, I don't know how I'm going to get through this conference. And I said, I'm using Listerine, I'm doing all that. And he's like, no, don't use that.
Listerine? No.
Use this stuff. Use this Cepacane. You got to get that. And I went to Chemist Warehouse and it was not on the shelf. So it's a behind the shelf number. So I bought that.
What's it called?
And then
Cepacane?
Cepacane? I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I mean, I should have known better hearing the AIN in the end that there was something more to it than just antibacterial solution. Anyway.
Could be bum related.
Could?
No, AIN. Is that what you're saying? The AIN on the end of it. Like anusol.
No,
Anusol
normally
is
AIN
not something you put in your mouth.
Like Novocaine, normally it's kind of some sort of numbing agent.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he says, I swear by that. So anyway, the chemist gave it to me. And then I've got down to the gig and then, my mouth was hurting. So I used a bit of it, swished it around my mouth before I'm about to start. Then I'm walking down to start and all of a sudden I'm losing all feeling in my mouth, my tongue, my lips. And I quickly ran back to the room and read the label. And yeah, it's anaesthetic.
Yes, I'm just looking at
So
it
it
now.
just kills off feeling.
It's
So
an
you can't
oral
see.
Kills off
anaesthetic.
feeling. And so I've got up and I sound like I'm half cut because my mouth has gone numb and I'm just lispy and dribbly and I'm just up there panicking,
Like, what is
wanting to
wrong with
murder
it?
Buzz. Not that it's Buzz's fault. He did say, I just use it before bed. He didn't say it's because your mouth will go completely numb and you'll be dribbling like a moron.
How long does it take before it fades off?
Well, as soon as I got off, I ran and I rinsed it out a bit and it did take the edge off, but it was not a good start at all. And then it just went from bad to worse because then I got up trying to salvage the situation by doing a bit of ad-libbing. And I'm announcing this special guest who's about to come up and I'm reading out their title and then one of the people yells out, "Go Nikki!" And I'm like, woo, yes, I will see you tomorrow. We'll party poolside even though you're going to have a sore head because you're clearly drunk. And then I said, anyway, please welcome to the stage, Nikki Harrison.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Nikki was not meant for me. It was meant for the person I was calling up on stage.
Yeah.
Right, so the next guest was Nikki.
The next guest was Nikki Harrison, the president at Hyundai.
We love
I've
you,
gone-
Nikki!
I love
Exactly.
you too.
Come on, guys,
Come
get
on,
it professional.
I'm thinking it's all about me. No.
They're just sucking up to the vice
Yeah,
president
sucking
or
up to the. And meanwhile, I've acted over familiar and called, their second in command a drunk.
Oh, dear.
Anyway.
How'd that go? But it sounds
I
like
felt like the Cepacane had numbed my brain at this point. I was.
So you've been invited back for next
Not
year
good.
yet, or?
Not yet.
Look, let's just hope they drank enough that they forget everything that was said throughout the day.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.